Hello EFD fans and welcome back to Scout Report. With January fast approaching, maybe clubs will be looking for defensive cover. So here is our pick of 5 defenders who should be on every club's radar. 5. Yeri Alvarez. We start in the Basque Country, where Yeri Alvarez's incredible football story for Athletic Bilbao continues. In June 2017, at just 22 years old, the young defender was diagnosed with testicular cancer for the second time, forcing him to put football aside to receive treatment. Fully recovered after a 259-day absence, the Spaniard has made an amazing start to the 1920 season after racking up 30 starts in 18-19. Fully recovered after a 259-day absence, the Spaniard has made an amazing start to the 1920 season after racking up 30 starts in 18-19. At the time of writing, the centre-half leads his side's defensive displays, registering a brilliant 6.2 clearances and interceptions per game, more than Gerard Piqué and Atletico's Mario Hermoso at the time of writing. No La Liga side has won more aerial duels than Bilbao's 59.2%, and within their squad, only 2 other centre-halves have won more than Alvarez's 2.8 per 90, while he's only dribbled past once every other game. Brilliant at reading play, there are only 7 other centre-backs in the division with more than 7 league appearances who have blocked more opposition passes than the Spaniard's 0.5 per 90 minutes. As a player, he's transformed from an aggressive ball winner in 18-19 to a more tactically astute defender in 19-20. Last season he picked up 10 yellow cards in just 30 appearances, but this year that's dropped to 2 in 11, while attempting less tackles and committing fewer fouls. While players like Ander Kappa and Raul Garcia have taken up aggressive responsibilities this term, making 3.7 tackles and collecting 7 yellow cards collectively, Alvarez has increased his average passes per match to 80.4 and improved their success rate too. The Spanish outfit clearly recognised his talent. In July 2019, they gave him a new 7-year contract with a €70 million release clause. While that may seem like a lot, it is currently the going rate for a top quality centre-back, and at just 24, Alvarez is quickly becoming one of the best. Athletic haven't been afraid to sell their defensive talent for big money, having earned €65 million for Aymeric Laporte's move to Manchester City in 2018. If Alvarez continues to shine, don't be surprised to see it happen again. Before we move on to our next defender, remember to subscribe to Eurofootball Daily and hit that notification button so you don't miss any of our videos. 4. Gisela Koenen. Take a glance at Europe's top 5 leagues and the usual suspects are leading the way in defensive stats. Paris Saint-Germain and Atletico Madrid have conceded just 8 goals, with Real Madrid and Juventus behind at 9. But ahead of all these giants sits one relatively small French side, Stade de Reims. Based in northern France, the Ligue 1 Minnows have made a stunning start to the season, conceding just 6 goals in 13 games, the best in Europe's big leagues. Only 4 teams have managed to score against Reims, who've kept 8 clean sheets in the process, with PSG even losing 2-0 to them at the Parc des Princes. And key to this unbelievably solid return is Ivorian Gisela Koenen. Signed in July 2018 from Portuguese side Vitória SC for just €4 million, the 23-year-old is quietly emerging as a potential future star. As a defender, he posts solid results. His 2.2 tackles per 90 is bettered by only 2 other players in the Reims side, while fellow defender Hassana Kamara is the only player to manage more than Koenen's 1.9 interceptions per 90 so far. But another asset to the Ivorian's game is his ability to play with the ball. The left back has completed an average of 2.1 dribbles per 90, with their key player and danger man Moussa Doumbia the only regular starter completing more. This has helped Koenen become more involved in play going further and utilise his crossing ability. Despite not registering an assist so far, he is posting 0.5 key passes per 90, which is bettered only by Thomas Fouquet in their defence, though the Belgian has played 4 games more. This might not appear spectacular, but then again, neither is Reims as a whole. At the time of writing, they have scored just 9 league goals, while their 19.5 expected points is pretty much in line with their 19-point return, showing they are sticking to their style. Standing out in a cagey yet defensive team, his quality has been recognised with a recent call-up to his national side. If his exposure continues to grow, Reims could be set to gain a decent profit on their young emerging fullback. 3. Jack O'Connell. It would be impossible to do this report without profiling a player from one of Europe's surprise packages of the season, Sheffield United. The newly promoted Yorkshire club have made an unbelievable start to life in the Premier League, currently in 5th with 4 wins and 17 points, just a point behind Arsenal. When they achieved promotion in 2018-19, they did so with a championship best goal difference of 37. Thanks mainly to a defence that conceded 41 goals, matched only by Middlesbrough that season. And they have been quick to apply that defensive astuteness to the Premier League, having conceded just 9 goals so far, bettered only by second place Leicester. Central to this success is their 25-year-old centre-back Jack O'Connell. He leads his side's defensive displays, with no other player in their back 5 blocking more than his 0.6 passes per 90 so far. In fact, his importance to the side is so big that only Oliver Norwood averages more than O'Connell's 42.7 passes per game, and the former is a central midfielder. A commanding centre-half at 6'3", it is unsurprising he has backed up his clearance statistics by winning on average 4.5 aerial duels per game. It is a number only bettered by both Joel Matip and Virgil van Dijk of Liverpool and Michael Keane and Willy Bowley respectively, and his frankly outrageous 5.3 clearances a game ranks him 9th best in the division. Playing between the equally strong John Egan and Chris Basham, O'Connell has proved himself integral to a side who face on average just 11.4 shots per game, the 7th best in the Premier League. Norwich and Aston Villa, the 2 other promoted sides last season, faced 17.3 and 19.2 shots per game respectively, which is the worst return in the division. This shows just how excellent the Yorkshire club's defence has been. With rumours of an England call-up on the horizon, O'Connell's fairy tale start to life in the Premier League could be set to grow even further. 2. Diego Rico. A player who has snuck under the radar so far this campaign with his brilliant performances is Bournemouth fullback Diego Rico. Arriving before the 2018-19 season for €15 million from Spanish side Leganés, Rico endured a fairly underwhelming first year in the Premier League. With Charlie Daniels the first choice at left back, and with the pace of the English game different to that of his homeland, he only played 600 minutes of football last season, almost 4 times less than he'd played in Spain during the 17-18 campaign. However, with Daniels suffering a season-ending injury in August this year, Rico was finally given an opportunity to assert himself in the first team, and it's an opportunity he has more than taken. The 26-year-old has been excellent so far in defence. He leads his teammates on interceptions, managing 3.1 per game, also managing an impressive 2.2 clearances per match, in a side that has conceded just 15 goals so far, despite their expected goals against standing at 18.89. Rico has been central in improving a defence that had the 3rd worst defensive record in the Premier League in 18-19, conceding 70 goals. Only relegated Huddersfield and Fulham leaked more goals that year. In his 9 appearances, he has made 2 tackles per game, bettered only by Philip Billing and Jack Stacey, although the young Englishman has played under half the number of minutes than the Spaniard. But it's not just in defence that Rico has shined, as he's quickly become one of Bournemouth's main attacking threats. Flying forward from left back, he currently has 2 assists to his name, also leading his team in expected assists per 90 with a ratio of 0.18. By contrast, fantasy football favourite Marcus Alonso has only averaged 0.14 in his time at Chelsea. Maintaining 1.7 key passes per game, his attacking contribution and passing was exemplified against West Ham in September, where he recorded 6 passes that led to a shot in the game that eventually finished 2-2. Able to both defend and attack, don't be surprised if one of the Premier League's biggest kept secrets begins to gain big interest come January. 1. Chris Smalling. And finally we head to Roma, where one Englishman is making a real impact in Serie A. A number of eyebrows were raised when long-serving Manchester United centre-back Chris Smalling swapped Old Trafford for the Italian capital in a 12-month loan deal costing €3 million. But so far, he has more than silenced his doubters. A revelation this season, Smalling has consistently ranked as one of the highest performing defenders in the league. A commanding presence at the back, his 4.6 clearances per game ranks him as the 5th best in the division, and he's refusing to be beaten by any forward. At the time of writing, the Londoner has been driven past 0.1 times in his 7 league games so far, a stat not even bettered by Manchester United's £70 million man, Harry Maguire. On the ball, he is also proven to be a hit too. Managing a 90.4% pass accuracy, Smalling has acted as a calming influence at the back, helping build the attacks. To put that into perspective, one of the world's best passing centre-backs, David Luiz, has a career average pass success rate of 85%, demonstrating the high standards the Englishman is setting. At United, Smalling would often find himself in and out of the team, only once making more than 30 starts in a season back in 2016. But it appears life at Roma is suiting him well, as he looks set to match his career best displays in the 14-15 campaign, which saw him average 6.2 clearances and 2.3 interceptions per game. And if he keeps up his fantastic form for the third place Italian Giants, then England may come calling. With 31 caps for the national side already, the last coming in 2017, Gareth Southgate may be forced to reconsider his apparent dismissal of the defender. No, I doubt it. Valued at €20 million on Transfermarkt, it's unsurprising then that Roma are reportedly very eager to make the loan move permanent. But it looks like they will face competition from both Inter Milan and AC, as his fine performances continue to gain admirers in Italy. With a number of big clubs registering interest in the 29-year-old, he looks set to be the subject of a surprising yet deserved bidding war come January. So those were our 5 defenders we think big clubs will be watching in January, but have we missed anyone else out? Please let me know in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a massive thumbs up, click on screen right now for more, and as always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Just do it, innit? Yeah, I'm done. Bye.